really excited to be joined by the Kinsey Schofield, host of Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered. Kinsey, how are you?
I'm great. It's so much fun to watch you in the driver's seat tonight.
Maybe it's fun to watch. I'm not sure about being in the driver's seat, but yeah, I'll take it from you, Kins. Thanks for joining me on this occasion. I really wanted to talk about Meghan because I was flicking through Instagram the other day and I saw that one post of hers had about 500 retweets, which I'm sure your Instagram would have even more of. And it led me to believe that a lot of what she's saying about her rosé wine and all these amazing sales and these sellouts that she's doing are all a bit of a farce. And that's what a lot of people are coming out and sort of leaking, is that she might be scrubbing the numbers a little bit, and her and Harry might be coming back cup in hand to the king to ask for a bit of money because they are going broke.
Well, I mean, I do think that it's significant that we can't find her products in stores, because if it was in a typical store like a Bevmo, which is, you know, like a liquor store here in the States, then Bevmo would be able to give us the statistics on how well it sold. I mean, she does, in everything she does in the last 5 years, it's highly controlled so that she can try to direct the narrative and so that she can try to choreograph everything. And with the most recent wine drop, it hasn't sold out. And a Sussex source actually told Newsweek, who in the past has been very pro-Sussex, so I'm not surprised that a Sussex source would talk to Newsweek, that the latest batch was going very well. They said, biggest stock of product yet. Obviously trying to do everything we can to ensure as many people as possible can experience the product. So glad it hasn't sold out yet, which is classic Meghan too. Like, no, everything's working out fine while the roof is on fire. But I do think that that what she's done in the last, I guess, I mean, we're almost done with 2025, but 2025 was supposed to be the year of the Markle Sparkle. We saw her release not only a podcast, but who needs 2 seasons of her TV show in 1 year?
Well, she filmed back to back. I mean, it was sort of like, here's my 80 staff, let's film something. I mean, it wasn't exactly like a muck-in, and she's been filming all year and chopping vegetables that whole time. I mean, that's just not true.
Yeah, but I think that with everything that we have seen, the podcast, unfortunately, she couldn't control those numbers. There were multiple charts that showed that she was falling and falling week after week, to the point where she wasn't even charting anymore. And with the television show, like you said, Netflix is gung-ho about manipulating that narrative. And I do think that in limiting the quantity of items that were available on her website, she could force the sold out headlines on us. And that's truly the only positive press that has come out of Camp Sussex is in 2025. Have they made any big donations to any charities of value? Have they created any initiatives that we can talk about since 2025, charitable initiatives that are compelling? No. I mean, I know that they launched some cyberbully thing, but here comes Chrissy Teigen in season 2 of With Love, Meghan to totally negate that.
Correct. And Jay Shetty, who's also, his whole life is a lie. So, I mean...
Yes. So I do think
allegedly.
Allegedly. I do think that you've made a great point, though, that perhaps this was all a strategy when it comes to selling out products. It's all just a strategy to force some positive press.
Well, we see this manufactured authenticity. We always see her getting on her phone, you know, right after a launch of something and going and sort of prancing through a little vineyard and going, oh, I'm so happy that it sold out. I'm so happy. Oh my God, Meghan, we know you filmed that like 3 weeks ago and you've dropped us about 5 products or whatever you could muster at the manufacturing facility. It's just weird. I mean, she's posted this one sort of video this week of her making lemon pasta or pasta, and Kevin and I had a go at making it this week. Shall we have a look at that?
But she likes to go, in the end she goes like, dear Maddie, and then she likes to sort of build it into this. Anyway,
delicious.
oh yeah. By the way, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the olive oil. Here we go.
Olive oil.
Just a drizzle, not too much. There you go. What did she call that?
It's so mediocre, as you said.
Well, yeah, well, we
It's
don't.
like, this is what, if you have nothing left in the fridge, you probably throw that together. I mean, this isn't some sort of like culinary experience.
The Italian music made it look a bit better, didn't it? If it wouldn't have had that
Yeah, but
on,
it was like some cheesy, crappy Italian music.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
If you liked Kevin singing, you can watch the rest of that at 9 p.m. But Kinsey, what did you think of that? And also, we miss you back in London. Get back as soon as you can. We need you back in that studio.
I'm going to be honest with you. I blocked Megan on Instagram a long time ago. So everything I get is from you and Kevin sending me screenshots. Sally Bedell Smith occasionally sends me a screenshot too. No, I mean, I do think it's all so overproduced that it's hard for us to take it seriously. And you know, I mean, good luck. If this is what you left the British royal family to pursue, selling loose fruit spread and booze, then I don't relate to you, because I would much rather be living that life of service that Catherine and William are living than and walking around castles, than walking around, a farmer's market in Montecito trying to find whatever, some more lemon to squeeze in my raspberry fruit spread.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's so cheap and tacky, her brand. I was sort of like a crazy person looking back on some of her TIG interviews, and she was more authentic back then. Now it's sort of like she doesn't understand where she quite stands with her brand. Is she royal? Is she LA? Who is she? I don't even think she knows. So I think Meghan's got a lot of sitting down and thinking to do if she really wants to make this a profitable thing, because I remember calculating she's going to have to sell 2.9 million pots of jam a year if she wants to fund the $15 million bill that would be the basis of her lifestyle. So I think all these sort of things, like as we could see from the Vanity Fair article earlier this week about Harry going and laying the wreath, or secretly laying the wreath on Prince Philip, on Prince Philip's grave for VJ Day. They're trying to get back into the fold, but they're not doing it in the right way. Do you see them reuniting anytime soon? I hear whispers, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I mean, the Prince Harry having a friend lay a wreath right after right after King Charles, Camilla, and the media leave, but conveniently that information getting to GB News within minutes is a PR stunt. That was not an emotional, meaningful gesture. That was Prince Harry, who's been, honestly, we have been trampling him over the fact that he made Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth's lives a living hell in their twilight years.
Don't pretend you care now, Harry. Honestly.
Yeah. Sally Bedell Smith, along with her reports on Lady Elizabeth Anson and her true feelings for the Queen's true feelings towards Meghan, Grant Harold coming in with his reports about Prince Philip's true feelings as he exits the church at St. George's Chapel. Harry's trying to combat these really negative stories about how the Queen and Prince Philip felt about him and Meghan Markle, because they have been trying to sell us that, oh no, our beef is only with William and the King for the last few years. And the reality is the Queen and Prince Philip had enough of their antics as well.
Yeah, that's completely right. I mean, genuinely, how can we forget the Queen sitting in that empty stall at Philip's funeral? I mean, we just had the Oprah interview come out a couple of weeks prior. That man was so sick, and they kept driving and driving in these rumors. I mean, how can we forget when they basically, obviously accused the royal family of racism, didn't say who it was that said the baby's skin color comment, and then it led everyone to believe that it was Philip, and that's kind of how he died, with that reputation. It's disgraceful, Kinsey.
Well, what I will say is that Harry and Meghan asked Gayle King and Oprah the next day to say it wasn't the Queen or Prince Philip, but you're right, damage had been done.
It was not them, by the way, yeah, but they didn't disclose that, so they just made it a living hell for everyone involved.
And but I will say that Meghan at Prince Philip's funeral sent a wreath with a letter at the funeral, and the only reason we found out about it was because her team, and it felt so inappropriate at the time because it was supposed to be about Prince Philip, and there's Meghan and her team letting us know that she wasn't there, but she sent a wreath and she sent a letter. We don't care. Stop making everything about you, just like Prince Harry's recent wreath laying. It's just like, stop making everything about you.
It is shameless and disgusting, and I think Meghan will just continue to do these PR stunts. But we see you, Meghan. We see you. Kinsey, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend.